My daughter Ava at 18 months was diagnosed with severe autism, sensory issues, proprioception, as well as some other intellectual disabilities. She regressed at about 14 months, and at 18 months she wasn't trying to stand anymore and wasn't using any language, which is at that time we received her diagnosis. Yeah, she's my girl. You know, she's my oldest daughter. She's fiercely independent. She loves to try to do everything herself. Very pretty. She's a huge music fan. There are times when she can be extremely tender and sensitive, and there are other times where she can be very forceful and, stand up for herself. She is nonverbal, so she does not use any words to communicate. Yeah, that's a little bit about Ava. When you have a child with a disability, the fear of leaving them to their own resources really gets ratcheted up. So that is our biggest fear and concern going forward. And we just want to try to give her the best lifestyle standard of living that we possibly can. Have a place of her own, because safety is a huge concern for her. She needs to feel safe and comfortable in her own place. So if we're able to, through the Oregon Able Savings Plan, get together enough money for her to be able to buy her own place, it would really alleviate a lot of that anxiety for us. When you have a child with a disability, you have to do so many mental gymnastics between the obvious stuff, medication and medical visits and insurance and just planning for the future, schools, ISPs, IEPs, the list goes on and on. So the best part about the Oregon Able Savings Plan is that we can save for her future without having to worry about hitting the asset limit that would affect her other services. When you have children, in general, you're waiting for somebody to give you a playbook, and then when you have a child that regresses into a disability, you're really waiting around for somebody to kind of give you some guidance, give you a playbook. Hey, this is how it's supposed to go, or this is what you're supposed to do. Well, that never really comes. Nobody ever does that. There's no such thing. It is overwhelming, and we have had such a struggle just trying to navigate the complexities of having a child with a disability. Some folks who don't have the same resources that have to work more than we do, I just don't know how they do it, and I really, my heart goes out to them because it's difficult. It's very difficult. I think the ABLE plan is a tremendously progressive idea. It's something that has been needed for a very long time, and I'm so thankful that we finally got the legislation passed, because it just doesn't make any sense that we don't allow a lot of these individuals with disabilities that are all points of the spectrum. A lot of them are very self-sufficient and would love to be able to take care of themselves and be productive members of the society and community. But yet we have been telling them that, yeah, that's great, except you can't have any money. You can't save any of your own money. It's been such a regressive policy. So this is just a tremendous step forward for families like ours, and not just families like ours, but individuals that are self-advocates that can save their own money and build for their own future just like everybody else wants to. And that's all of our goals in the long run. So I think it's a tremendous step forward.